Oh, follow. The Wraith main has followed, but it's not a Wraith main anymore. So I should record this. So I'm just gonna put it to overhead while we open it up because no one's here. It's good for me. Because then I can make mistakes and no one will notice, right? So it's no problem. All right. Let's see here. Test this gain out. Let's turn this up a bit. Get the mic in my face a bit more. Alright, let's see. Mic is in my face. This is the problem with technology. No one wants to see that. Alright. Hopefully that's okay. Let's see. Do I need to crank this up? Alright. Let's go with the opening up of this thing here. Switch this. This is the Haus. Squid Games. Logo. No affiliation. So don't sue me or them. This came before. So this is from I believe a pretty popular sort of design movement. So we will continue. PCB and glove and PCB and an aluminum plate. If I can get it open. Oh, it's not aluminum. It is the poly plate we got. So I have to change my build set command here. Let's see. Cherry plate mount. And this is a polycarb. Alright. So type in here build there. Right, so we have the inspect autofocus polycarb plate, the nice logos here. Yeah, pretty nice. Right, and PCB. So I did test this PCB already, so we don't have to do it today. And as you can see, it gets stuck on the USB port. Here it is, PCB. And some nice things, nice details for the LEDs. The positive side is indicated, and all of these have labels, so you can see the labels on them, which is nice. McLovin PCB, and then these pieces just break off, so we'll take those off in a second. And here is the gummy worm for the O-ring mount. Got the bump-ons here in its own massive bag. Keep it separated. Microfiber cloth. And yeah, of course, hello. VV is watching. So this is my first time streaming on Twitch. I streamed before on YouTube. But this is a Twitch stream. Oh, actually, yeah, I do have both the aluminum plate and the polycarb plate. I didn't realize. So that was nice of them to send me both. So why is this special? I guess is a good question. It is based on the TGR 910 keyboard design. PCB and plates are all interchangeable. But this one is by Hand Engineering, and it is, how many did they raffle off? So they had a light blue one and this silver one. I think, what was it, like 40 or so of each color, and with two proxies. No, you carry me in Apex. I don't carry anyone. I just fall down. So yeah, that's why this is pretty sought after now. Full brass weight there, and then comes in the lovely Mono K by Haus collaboration. They call it the kaban, which is Japanese for bag. So this is actually a keyboard case. They could have called it case and it would have been the same, but maybe it doesn't sound as authentic. So there we have the unboxing. So now I can put on my face. There, I can see all of my junks in my office. So let's see. Let's start to put the bump-ons on first. So grab some of my stuff. So the nice thing with my office layout is I can be super lazy and not get up to reach anything. Is the background music loud enough, or do you want it louder? Sorry, there's some glare. Turn that over there. All right. So yeah, again, big bag for. This is like Amazon packing. They put a small thing into the biggest box that they have, and they send it to you. But all right. So just put this back there, and let's put these bump-ons on. So there was a lot of, I don't know, there's always saltiness with keyboard group buys. This was a raffle, so if you didn't get your name drawn, then you didn't get even the opportunity to purchase. Rythril, thank you for following. You're my second follower. I think I said if I get one follower, I will start to do some sort of giveaway, because I have a lot of junky stuff here. If you want junky stuff, so if you want desoldered, what are they? Kale box blue switches. I don't know how many I have. I'll send you those. I don't know if Vivi, you're into keyboards or not. But if you are, since you're my first follower, I can send you something. I'll send you some haichu. last one. And just to note, the brass is coated, so if you want it to tarnish faster, you can. You just have to take the clear off, and then it will start to tarnish. And you can, or you can send it to like Knee Deep, and he can do it for you. If you don't know who Knee Deep is, just go to Instagram and search for Knee Deep, KNEEDEEP, and you will find all of his works, which are pretty incredible. And actually right now he's working on something for me, which is pretty exciting because he said he wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to do those anymore, so pretty exciting. So here's something that sometimes is annoying, is different size bolts. So what is this? This is a, I don't know what size is this, 1.5 mil bolt head in the back, and in the front is, yeah, is this 2 mil in the front. So a bit annoying when you have to switch and have multiple tools out. So those go into the front. So if you want to know how much these cost and why they are better than, or no, just what they cost, first of all, I think this was around, how much was this? Let me check the invoice. No, I don't have it on there. Probably around 600 shipped, I think. Sounds about right. But because of the nature of group buys, you know, because it's limited, or this was a limited raffle, I think people were offering and selling them for $1,800 to $2,000 like the following weeks. So I don't know if that is still continuing, but that was sort of where it was. All right, so took the plate off. Looks nice. Here's the branding, the logo's carrying through as well. Set that aside. Then we'll start on this. I wonder if any of the Geist machine folks will join the stream. So why are there different materials for plates? Well, plates are going to lend to flexibility depending on the design and the mounting and the tone, because it's metal versus other material. So like you have aluminum, brass, carbon fiber. I'm talking to you, Vivi. I asked you, do you want the background music to be louder? And you did not reply. So I took that as a, you're fine with it. Okay, good. Thank you. If I have one more screw. Do you want to make a making coffee? Do you drink coffee all the time? Are you a fancy coffee person? I'm not a fancy coffee person. So here is the polycarbonate is like basically plastic. You're the first, I'm the coffee first before I, oh okay. You're that type that I don't want to talk to you unless I've had my coffee. So then this is aluminum. You can hear how it's different tone. So we'll wrap that up again later. All right, let's go and start to build this. So here is the top housing. Here's the brass. This is also brass weight that it is not just flat. Let's see, it's autofocus. Okay, so it's not flat, unfortunately. So you can't just like, oh, I'm going to cut out a new piece and put it there. You can cover it on the top, and people have been doing that. But if you want to actually just have this properly done, you actually have to have it machined out, because it's, you know, obviously more than just like a 2mm flat piece. It's 2mm maybe at the mounting point, and then 3mm or so at the deeper insert piece. So it's not that easy. Let's just put that there and cover it up with a towel. Okay, so let's go to the PCB. So how to deal with these things. So take a vice grip. Don't be nervous. Just break these off at the points. This is just part of the manufacturing process. So you want to make sure when you're using tools that your keyboard is not, the keyboard housing or anything that you don't want to get damaged is not in the vicinity, or you'll cry later. This is a good chill stream because there's not a lot of people here, so I don't have to stress out. Alright, so now PCB is all nice and cleaned up, so I'm gonna go put this back on to manual focus. Alright, now this is how it will line up. So spacebar is supports, or the PCB supports both 6U, 6.25U, and 7U, but the plate only supports 7U. So yeah, so the mounts are here and here, and this is a north facing, so the wire will go up because the bezel is so narrow, otherwise it will hit. And you have to use clip-in PCB stabilizers for the spacebar if you're going to use the gummy worm to mount it. Okay, alright, so today we're going to use 43 Studios OP overpowered black switches, and these were lubed with 205 grade 0, and then they have a I believe just the 1.15 mil film, TX film. So it's the cyan piece you see in between, and it's linear, So well, these are pretty good. Wait, these are not them. These are the hyperglides. Let me go get the other one. So these are hyperglides. So now you can compare the hyperglides with, where are the OP blacks? They're somewhere hiding. Hold on one sec. First world problem, having too many switches out there. I got the bags confused because they're both from Swag. Alright, so can do a quick sound comparison. What do I think of silver keys or silver switches? What do you mean silver keys? So here are the OP blacks versus hyperglides. So hyperglides, these ones here, you have to break in because they are very scratchy out of the box. But the OP blacks are fine, or I think they're fine in my opinion. And you can hear the difference. So there's a top out when it rebounds, a different sound. Also these I switched to Spirit Springs, the hyperglides, because it's recommended to do. But these use the JWK spring, so this is from the newest batch, so they should not have any spring ping like the other ones. So let's just put this on. So let's start with the corners and just mount there, and then we'll, because this is polycarb and really flexible, you have to sort of do a couple at a time to actually get it to sit, and then sometimes you even have to just put in a lot more switches into the plate before you actually fully mount it, because the only thing, remember, that's holding the PCB, or yeah, the PCB and the plate together is the switch and how tight the however tight the fittings are. So let's see if this will fit in here. Yeah, so this PCB, the actual tolerances are quite tight, which is good, so it means that everything will sort of stay together. But it might make these other ones a challenge to put in, so just an FYI. The other benefit of having a tighter tolerance PCB combined with the plate is if you do either plateless, half plate, or even regular, if the PCB is loose or these don't fit securely, then you can have crooked switches, which is more of a aesthetic thing, because no one wants crooked switches. So let's see, 1.25 is on that, 1U. So this is recommended 1.5, 1, and 1.5. So yeah, there's no other way to actually put these in anyway. So makes the decision making easier, and the identifying where on the PCB position it needs to go easier, because you have no choice. Can zoom in a bit on this. You can start seeing it. Why do your fingers hurt already? Thinking about doing this? Once you do the corners, then you can just actually start working through from the center out so that you can get support. But you see, you have to sort of work it so that the plate snaps into the switch and make sure everything is in. What did you end up doing last? Prioritizing trying to get my new house, not even a house, but new apartment sort of cleaned up and set up so I can get back to building and streaming. So once everything starts going in, it'll start to create sort of more support so that all of this will go. So you can see, you know, it's been a while since I've built because I've already forgotten to do something, which is fine. I think this is my problem, is I need to just create my checklist. So we'll just tick these out, hopefully. This isn't a problem either. Can you guess what I forgot to do? Probably the thing I talked about first thing in the chat. I forgot to do the stabilizers. So I can handle this a couple ways. I can just take this, as you can see, the plate just drops out. Okay. Then just with tighter fitting PCBs, you know, the downside is if you have to remove switches, it's a tighter tolerance, so it's more of a fight to get them out. But it's not broken. So learn from my mistakes and don't do my mistakes. Like this. The most basic of things when making a keyboard. Like, hey, do your stabs first. Yeah. There are two things that you always have to, or actually three things. Stabs. Well, first thing you should do is test your PCB and inspect your case. That's first thing. You know, did you get any scuffs? Is it scuffed? Does the PCB work? Because if you're building a, you know, a soldered PCB or like this, and you go and finish, and then you find out it doesn't work, it's sort of like, oh, that feels pretty bad. Versus, you know, hot swap is a bit more forgiving in that you can sort of just pull all the switches out and not be too sad about it and just wait for your replacement to come. But if it's soldered, then it's a bit more permanent or more annoying to take apart. Just for your information, always do your checks. Imagine it if I went full blast and just started soldering this. I think I would have just said, okay, that's it for today, guys. We finished the keyboard build. So yeah, downside to a tight fitting PCB. You can just use your tool to remove it from side to side instead of the center. Otherwise you can crush the sort of top housing because it's pretty weak. Ow, my fingers, ow. Yes. You have to not care about your fingers. If you're a hand model, this is probably not the hobby for you. Yeah, this is pain too when you stab yourself with the pins. This is also pain, look, you know. It's like just pins, and then the pins go stab your fingers, then your fingers start bleeding, and you wonder why your fingers are bleeding. This is the yeah, this is building most things these days is just like an alternate form of Legos. You know, you have Gundam model builders, and they have Gundam that you don't even need glue to build them with, and they are amazing. But yeah, you can ouchie your fingers because, you know, you have to build it. So, good thing I scheduled this stream for 4 hours so I can finish this thing. 1 step forward, 10 steps back. Alright. Well, let me show you my artisans that arrived. I don't know if you know what artisans are. These are the sculpted keycaps. This is to distract you and pretend like the stream is just starting. This is the Namong Lessie, the OG Lessie. So it's a little panda, red panda. There's little paws there. You can boop it. Then we'll compare that to this one. I think this one was like one of 20 pieces. So this is a silver, real silver version called the Monte Bianco. It's for the release of the KLC Monte Bianco keyboard. So this is actual silver, and it's metal, solid metal, which is pretty cool. I don't notice I get wounded while playing video games and then I die. So what's good in the Philippines today? Is it hot? Yep. Gotta run fast. Gotta run fast. Alright, let's do these stupid things here. So this is the stabilizer, the 7U stabilizer. Gotta put it in. Let's see. Let's put it in the right way. So actually these are south facing. So what I said earlier doesn't matter. I take it all back. I lied. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you're always in summer. You're in summer, so you have like a couple seasons, right? Summer and then typhoon season, right? You have typhoons there? You mean like sewing? You want a sewing? You want to use the sewing protectors for the needles so they don't poke you? Is that what you're recommending? I don't know if that looks good. Oh yeah, those things. Could you imagine building this with that? Metal on metal, or metal on whatever. I mean, you're not poking yourself that much. That's why you use this foam thing that I'm using underneath. So you don't have to worry about it. This is sketchy. Like, I don't feel like these are, like this is how it's supposed to go in. Because this is my first time doing plate mount. Cherry. Usually it's very straightforward. There we go. See, I was right. Questioning myself, my existence. How to feel. What are feelings? Who has feelings these days? No one should have feelings. Everyone is. Anyone that uses social media better not have feelings. Because those feelings get hurt. Yeah, we're not gonna band-aid mod this because I didn't make any, first of all. So we just put these on. I'm getting really slow. Did I not get enough sleep? Maybe I didn't have enough coffee. That's the problem. Maybe I need more coffee. Because I'm just going backwards on everything. It's like, this is my first time ever making a keyboard, building a keyboard. It feels like it. I think it's because it's first time on Twitch. The pressure of Twitch. And the 2 subs that I have. How to feel. I do have a Twitter. Do I use it? No, not really. Should I use it? Probably. Because I'm in Japan. And Japanese love Twitter. But I can't be bothered. What is wrong with this? Just go in. Okay. And where the other ones go. So this is a cherry, authentic cherry. Gotta clip these. Stab. Stab is short for stabilizer, if you're unfamiliar. And let's see, and these are Durock version 2 stabilizers. What makes them version 2 is that the wire goes in, sort of not from the front, but from the back, so that it doesn't pop out. Oh, I take photos. I used to take a lot of photos until Corona came, and then all the events and my folks that I take the photos for no longer came to Japan. Big sad. I use the same camera I'm using now. I repurposed for this stream. Those are two Sony A7R3s. Overkill for streaming, but might as well put them to use and try to use them, right? That's what I say. Alright. So then we have some washers to protect the PCB from shorting. Most stabs now come with these, so you don't have to go hunting for them, which is nice. Okay. Need my screwdrivers. I think I would be more prepared to do this build. Okay. Alright, so for this, let's see. Why you care about my hardware? Is it awesome? Is my stuff so awesome? Yeah, I'll probably have to do that. I have a build command though, so that's a start. I have also a macro, another camera that I'll set up later for doing macro shots. It's pretty cool. It for when I do the soldering and stuff, it really helps people, I think, to be able to see what I'm doing and what sort of results you're looking for when you solder. Otherwise people are like, I don't get it, you know, because they only see it from sort of a not close enough point of view. I don't know why these are like acting really strange. Okay, let's just do the ones that is fine for now. So what am I using? I'm using a NTG4 Plus boom mic. This is not what I use for gaming. That's the overhead mic. And then two A7R3s, one with a 2470 f2.8 and the other is a Vario Tesser 35, what is it? 1635 f4. So if you want to talk camera gear, we can talk camera gear and my photography stuff. So I've shot for If you like to experience just typing on a table, that's sort of what laptop is like, right? It's like you're almost just tapping on a table. That's not comfortable. But you have Cherry, which is better. Yeah, Cherry, the sort of point of where you actually initiate the push is different. So maybe you want a heavier spring. If you don't want it to, like, if you rest your fingers on the, I know I've done this, rest your fingers on the cherry, on a cherry switch, and then it'll just start spamming that whatever letters you're on. If you don't want that, you either get a tactile switch or you get a heavier spring, like a 68-gram spring. So, like Gateron ink blacks. I think these are, what are these? I have to see what weight these are. OP. Let's see, OP black switches. OP blacks are 55 gram. So these are still lighter than Gateron inks. And you can get even heavier ones, like these will have, these I remade to 72 gram springs. So you have a lot of options. You can get silent tactiles. Did you know that? And you're probably thinking about blue switches. Blue switches are, you know, the ones that if you don't like people and you want to be alone for the rest of your life, you use blue switches, because then no one will want to talk to you and be your friend. So if that's your objective, then you do that. Brown is like a comfortable entry from, or transition from linear to tactile. They have some people like the sound better than linear, and then you don't have the harshness of a regular tactile, so that's why people like that. So let's first test these stabs without the plate. So you want to do this to make sure that you don't have to lube anything or add anything later. So let's see, do I have something out that I can just grab quickly? Here, I'll show you, for example, these are, no, they have silent blue switches, so look up Zelios switches, ZeoPC switches. They're expensive, but they are silent and probably the best silent ones. This is a blue tactile switch versus my linear switch. Yeah, so if you don't want friends, that's, you use blue switches. If you want to have friends that like keyboards, you can take a linear switch, like Cherry Reds or something. If you have, let's see, if you have, you know, children and a wife or wives, and then you want to have, then you need, I don't know, you want to have silent switches, and they will thank you for it. You know, if you want to still have, if you still want to have game time and, you know, be able to do things that you enjoy with the computer, then you need to have, you know, make a choice what you're going to do. All right, so I need some shift caps. That's not one. Let's see. Where? Backspace. It's here. My locks, my lovely lady locks. Thank you. I need to get a haircut. My JDM perm is fading out. It's not that important though these days because we're all in lockdown still. You know, so. Let's just do this. Then where's my space bar? These are Metropolis Round 1 keycaps. This is GMK Alter, but the wrong color keycaps. So they call these Falter because it was a mistake. Thank you, Lulu, for the follow. So let's pick this. I'm flexing my locks. Yes. So then what you want to do is just test these. So I need to take my headphone. No rattle. Okay. Usually the 2U stabs usually don't have rattle. That's nice sounding. Probably a little bit there. This is the challenge. How do you take a janky cherry take that side, yeah, and this one. All right, so add some to this one and this one, and we should be okay. So there's a couple ways you can use the syringe method, which is popular these days, or you can do what I do and just take another brush and jam it in there. So, get my Dragon Ball Z lube out and my brush. Okay, I need a haircut. Just add some more lube, pull up the housing, add some into the back side. And this is just creating like a sort of cushion so that the metal of the wire doesn't slap into the stabilizer housing. Look at Discord DM. What? Why? I don't want to look at Discord. Why are you making me go to different things? Let's see. Where's Discord? What? do that next time. Adult content only. Like, this is my stand to hold my brush when I'm doing my lube, because it just holds it. But it's anatomically correct, so maybe it's forbidden focusing. Yeah. It costs $1 at Daiso. Daiso is great. Find these sort of things. Unlike these artisans, which are like $50 and $70 for one key. For one key. Yes. Scared myself. Oh, my Lego fingers again. This is my Wook puller. It's a bear. Has a bear. It's rainbow titanium. Because we don't judge here. It looks nice. I like titanium because car stuff, a lot of car stuff, the exhausts and stuff are titanium, the tips at least. And so they make these with the rainbow finish nowadays. It's nice. All right, round 2. Ready to hurt your fingers? Let's go. Let's go with the hurting of the fingers. Being a masochist is okay, I guess, in this hobby. Or you have to be a bit. Don't be these guys that just say, I want to have hot swap. I mean, you can start with the hot swap. And even if you wanted to test different builds, hot swap is very nice. Oh, look, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Is this banned on stream to do this? Blood and gore. Okay, I need some tape. Do it the manly way. Where's the tape? Don't have any tape. All right, just put the. So we say it's not intentional, but you know, it's not like we're intentionally abusing our own bodies. That's good. So I've gained 3 followers today. That's a infinite improvement from what I've had before, which was 0. So thank you. That sounds disgusting. That sounds disgusting. You did that on stream? I think you should have done that on stream. Like the hangnails that you get here, and you just pull it back and keep pulling it. I have sort of like a hangnail that grows on my pinky toes, and it bothers me. So I'll just pull them, and then sometimes it bleeds and sometimes it does not bleed. But when it does bleed, it's a bleeder. I'm a bleeder. Gotta watch out. You should stream that next time. Oh, actually, that's banned, right? Have you seen the people that like pull blackheads or pop blackheads out of people's faces? Or pores. They do the pores and it looks like a worm is coming out. That's pretty gross. But it's just grease and fat. I need to put this back to manual. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta put I want to listen to the music as well. I need speakers. So you guys aren't, isn't it movie weekend? Thank you. Githy Lamb. Is that how you pronounce it? For the follow. While we are building the house keyboard. AKA Squid Games. Conveniently, that series dropped the same time, or a little after this keyboard. So I can call this the Squid Games drop. So I wonder if I'm going to win or lose. I feel like I'm already bleeding, so it's suitable for the game. So we're gonna do stepped caps. So that means that we use the step cap. I mean, you don't have to. You can use regular. And some people actually map caps lock to like a control key or something else, because do you guys use caps lock still these days? Do you guys rage and use caps lock? Is that like your engage rage mode and just start caps locking? Yeah, you do that in-game chat, MMO. Is there a lot of raging in MMO games? No, you guys are nice, and it's a nice peaceful community. That's what it sounds like. Githy Lamb, where are you from? Did I pronounce that right? Singapore. Is everyone from Singapore? Does everyone know each other? Are you a gamer too? So Singapore is very big into keyboards. Singa keyboard is from Singapore. You know, it makes sense with the name. And oh, okay. Are you into keyboards then? Is that why you came here? Gaming is, yeah, you should enjoy gaming. I don't think it's like raging in gaming. It's taking all the fun away. That's why sometimes you should just take a break. If you're caps locking into chat, you should probably take a break. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Vivi, for splashing my stuff around. Promoting me in my bleeding fingers. Thanks. I will send you some blue switches. I have them here. We'll bring them back out again. So these are Vivi's favorite switch. They're called Box Blues by Kale. These are like the electric shock ones. You want to shock yourself. There's a yellow version that this person used before. What's this other one? Oh, this is like a green one. That sounds horrible. I'd take this one over this horrid thing that doesn't, like, what am I? Am I a tactile loud switch? Or sort of a chirpy switch? Oh, this, I don't understand. Here's a lighter blue version. Okay, enough of these. I don't want to get kicked out of my apartment for being too loud. So this is a custom keyboard, Githy Lamb. If you want to have a custom keyboard built for you, let me know. Customs will range from let's say $250 for all the parts, up to as much money as you have. Like if you want a very limited edition keyboard that is not available anymore because they stopped production and there was a limited number, expect to pay, I don't know, I think you can end up paying close to $8,000 just for the keyboard itself. And then if you pay $8,000 for a keyboard, would you use it, or would you just sit it on a shelf? It's a question for you. And would you even buy a $8,000 keyboard? So apparently I look like a character from anime, a special type of anime. Yeah, it can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be. Again, you know, like let's say this one here, if you're done and finished building it, if you're not doing anything crazy with like doing what is called a Franken switch, where you're mixing components from different types of switches, then you can probably get by with how much, maybe $800 for a high-end mechanical keyboard, high-end custom. If you start to go crazy with that, of course you can probably push that price up, but if you don't have to buy your keycaps from the aftermarket, like you just buy you're so tall that you have to eat a lot of food, so. So your favorite food is quarter pounders. And this is your hobby. You hobby eat quarter pounders. Like, how do you make that a hobby? Or is it a fetish? Does your girlfriend know you eat a lot of food? Does she call you names? She also eats. Oh, okay, so you do it as a couple. You hobby eat quarter pounders as a couple. That's cute. You know, you have that high metabolism. Hopefully when you hit a certain age, it doesn't all go out the window and then you balloon out. That's my only hope for you, my wish for you, that you don't suffer from that. Yes, I understand. I understand what you say, but you want to get fat and then convert the fat into muscle. So do you exercise? Do you train? And then you can't stop training, because then guess what? All that muscle you converted from fat to muscle, guess where it's going to convert back to? Are you doing weights or are you doing cardio, or both? Cross training. You should just become a gymnast because they have like the most natural muscles, in my opinion. Oh, my fingers. Oh. What does that mean? Bathtub stream jokes. Are you in the bathtub? I'm new to Twitch. Teach me. Oh, you mean that? Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. I thought they were cracking down on those, but then they created the alternate types of streams, right? What is bathtub stream joke? Send it to me in Discord. I'll check it out later. I know, don't you love on Twitch, on the front page of Twitch, you see these hot tub streamers? I guess they don't want to go to OnlyFans. Do you like my little EQ thing here? I don't know how to point to it. Let's see. No one has questions about keyboards? We just talked about. I think it's fine. I would rather chat about other things, like hot tub Twitch streamers. Is for what? Mondays? For money? For mayonnaise? Math? Muscle? Is that Filipino? Tagalog? What are you speaking? For muscle. No, it's for hurting your fingers, building up your finger strength. That's right. Make it bleed. Do I have to go get a tetanus shot now because of this? Ooh, the M part of the S&M, yes. So is this a S&M channel? Do I have to put this under adult content? See, when I pause the music, then you can hear everything. Nice. All right. Let's see. I just have this. 2 more to go. Hooray! Okay. Then just make sure everything is sort of I'm drinking Kelpis soda. I'm not sponsored by them or affiliated by them. I must disclose that. Alright, let's bring out lit ironing. Lit soldering iron. Let's move this somewhere safe. Soldering stuff. I am using a Haus FX 888D soldering iron for your information, if you want to know. I have no command for that. And a fan, exhaust fan, you should use that as well. Highly recommended, so you don't die. No one likes to get cancer or anything, right? Just wait for this iron to heat up a bit. I'm going to start soldering. Oh no, my plants! Too much stuff in the way. Cable's all folded up. Alright. Oh yeah, I need my glasses so I can see. Bad fumes. Yep. I had to buy these reading so I can see what I'm doing when I'm soldering. Do I look more or less like the special character with these glasses or not? It's a general question now. So usually some people will do their sponsors talking at this time because they can't look at the chat board. But since I have no sponsors, I don't have anything. We can talk about something else. I'm a mangaka now, yes. I am what's his name from JoJo. So I did go to Akihabara yesterday, and they had some JoJo characters, figurines, but not anything of interest. I hope I don't drop this on myself. It's a bit sketchy here. Yeah, should I write the manga, a keyboard manga? They have mangas about everything else, so might as well. So I'm using this new type of solder that doesn't splatter as much. It seems to be not splattering as much as advertised. Feels pretty well. A little bit of split splatter, but not bad. Nothing like you have to go back and clean it up. You should use a soldering mat like this one so you don't burn your nice desktop or desk mat. Yeah, the solder's pretty nice. I'm writing my manga now. You guys don't have to do stuff in a hurry. It's never a race unless you're racing. Just do it right. I mean, some cool down in like 30 seconds or so, but generally not a good idea, right? So you can see, like, your joints should look clean like that. You know, they shouldn't be big blobs of solder on there. I've taken apart some boards and they just look like big blobs of like like they didn't use a hot enough iron or something, and it's sort of a bit sad. Like, you know, I get it, people have a first time doing stuff, but if you take your time, do a little research, there's plenty of YouTube videos. You can buy cheap practice kits from the store. You know. Just take your time. The soldering is a bit more permanent than other things. I need to get my glasses. Why are blobs bad? Well, a blob would be like you know, these are nice and sort of conical shaped, and a blob can just sit on top and actually not actually be making the connection, because what you're doing is making the connection between the pin and the PCB to actually close the circuit. And if you don't have it, then chances of that failing are higher, because it's just sitting on top of the pin, not actually joining the pin and the PCB together. The other thing is that if you have very tight tolerances and you have a blob sitting on top, that means your height is taller for that pin, and you can risk shorting out your PCB because it's making contact now with some other things. So that's why it's not good. And it doesn't look good either. It just looks bad. Like, you spent this much money on keyboard, you should make everything look as tidy as possible. It's sort of like having a high-end PC and then you just don't do any wire management, right? We've seen those builds. Oh, look at my great PC. It has 3090, bridge 3090s, you know, latest Ryzen or whatever. And then all the wire management is. How to clean? Good question. So I'm using this thing here. Let me switch this to manual. It is a copper tub. So as long as you do this regularly, let's see, will it focus? You just put the tip in here and it cleans it off. Then you don't have to really do too much maintenance. Otherwise you have to get they sell tip cleaner, which also will help, but in most cases you just need to use this thing, because it'll, remember, the tips are coated as well, so you don't want to sand them or file them. You just want to get off any excess tarnish or even rust. Sometimes they'll rust. So, and you want to tin your tips, so when you're done using it, you want to add some solder to it before you store it away. Also, depending on what type of solder you use, like, I think the cheaper solder will actually cause more need for cleaning later. So just for your information. Okay, no other questions. Sorry. I'm just looking up and down. So what did you have for lunch today? Did you have quarter pounders? Oh, you should go grab something to eat. Don't get hangry. It's already, what time? It's already almost 2 p.m. there. Buy me food. Do you have Uber there? I don't think you can do international Uber orders. That'd be nice. They should do that. Could you imagine international Uber orders? Like, I order something from my friends now that are in the States and they're sleeping. I need to Uber that. Do you have Uber there? Food Panda? Oh, yeah. You buy food for other countries? How do you do that? Thought that was like feed the children or something. Like you can do that. Or save the children. Should do that instead. Oh, really? Food Panda allows you to do international orders? That's pretty nice. Or does someone create the order request and then ask you to pay for it? I don't know if Food Panda is coming here. I know DoorDash is coming here. Okay. Oh, I see, I get it. So you just have to log into their account. That makes sense. Whose big brain? Whose big brain move is that? Your big brain move? I need to get some big brain moves. What's the next big brain move to make? Oh. So she ordered food for you? Someone ordered or paid for the food for you? Did you order quarter pounders? What's the most expensive thing you can order from Food Panda? You buy multiple meals. and you still don't get fat. Man, a lot of jealous people. I feel there's a lot of jealous people. Wow. So what do you normally eat in a day? Like, do you eat breakfast? What is Filipino comfort food? Yeah, fried eggs are nice. Do you eat that with rice or just eggs? Street food, but what kind of street food? Like spaghetti delight? That's street food. Do you eat your fried eggs with Tabasco sauce? Or chili sauce? Or ketchup? Maybe use ketchup. Because you have like a, is there a sweet ketchup there? Like a pineapple, sweet pineapple ketchup? Oh, okay. You just like the plain egg. Not a complicated man. Simple man. Splattering. Solder is doing a little splattering action. Sunny side up. Sunny side up is nice with rice. Without rice, let's say like in a breakfast burrito, I like scrambled eggs. Yeah. So Japan scrambled eggs you might like. So it's almost a bit of mix of some cooked scrambled eggs and some raw egg. That's the best way to describe Japanese style of doing scrambled eggs. I don't like it personally. I feel like the solder is not that any greater than some of the solder I can buy liquid. Now that I've used it, like it still splatters, and it's more expensive because it's imported. So I probably won't buy it. I like it runny. I like eggs though. Eggs are nice. Breakfast burrito with scrambled egg, chorizo. What else? Some green peppers, onions. That sounds like a nice breakfast burrito. I don't think I can get that style though. Now you're hungry because you're talking about food. I bet. Oh, good day. Thank you for joining. Ghosthead, where are you located? I actually don't know. Before you go have your lunch. So you're about to have lunch. That means you are... Wait, I forget. Singapore? Malaysia? Okay, yeah. I remember. Thank you for joining. What are you going to have for lunch? We've been talking about eggs. Oh, fish and chips. Sounds good. What did I have? What did I have for lunch? I had jjajangmyeon for lunch, but not Korean jjajangmyeon, the Japanese, Chinese version of jjajangmyeon. I think is the best way to describe it. So, Ghost Ted, do you know, you recognize this board I'm building? Sorry, it's not a Geist tonight. I'll be getting one, so I'll build that once I do. Oh, poker too. Nice. What are you gonna mod it with? New switches or foam? So poker 2 would be fun to mod. Any sort of cheaper boards are fun to experiment with. Are you gonna do PE foam mod to it? I heard that's popular. Everyone wants the marbly sound, it seems. Yes, there is a way to limit that. Oh. So what are you going to do? What kind of mods are you going to do to your poker 2? And then Vivi asked a question on if there's a way you can limit your key press depth. You can put O-rings in your keyboard, like on the stem, so then the caps don't go down as far. You can do that. You can make sure that you have I don't know, shorter actuation, or you can get like chalk switches. Those are smaller, shorter, but you need a special PCB that supports them. Okay, let's inspect. Did I get everything? Ghost Head, if you're busy, like, it's fine. I was doing cutting on the mounting plate. Ah, okay, so you're making a half plate? Plate foam! Yes! Oh, okay, I got it. Nice. What can you act? So you can't do plateless on the poker, I'm assuming. You need the plate. Okay. Yeah, plateless is nice. It's just hard to find keyboards that support a plateless layout or plateless build, just because. So are you hoping to get a ghosted? Or like, are you looking at Zeitgeist or something else? Alright, let's test the PCB. Oh, engineering edition. That'll be nice, for sure. All of the parts, the raw parts on that. That'll be a really nice look. So I'm fortunate I am getting a initial edition, so once that arrives then I can build it. I don't know the schedule for it yet, but it's getting closer. You know, every day it gets closer. We're gonna gummy one off this. So easy way to do this, corner to corner. It's my first time doing a gummy, so let's hope it goes okay. It should be straightforward. There we go. So I don't believe this will cause any problem here. Top. This one. I think it was only spacebar that had the issue. If not, can just go to top mount. Yeah, the graphic edition, the GE1, will be the least expensive one, unless you make like a custom tailored edition version of the graphic edition. Okay, so let's see here. Get some protection. Alright. Yeah, I need to test this as well. Yeah, I think as long as it will sandwich it in between, I think it's fine, right? You can try it. Nice thing is you you can at least try, so which is great. Let's see, is this even hooked up? Maybe it's not even recognized. So I'm testing this all in switch hitter because it should be VIA compatible, but wasn't showing up. Does it bother you when left shift and right shift are not mapped individually? Like they're just mapped to shift. It doesn't really matter, but I think it's interesting that no one does that. Yeah, I don't know for poker, but I think I can just try them out. The gummy worms aren't that expensive, I assume. I haven't checked aftermarket prices on them at all. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. I just realized I need to take one out. Silly me. I need to take out the upper right for the blocker. So it's fine. I was not thinking properly. I'm going to use this if you ever need to buy a manual solder sucker. Hey, thanks Ghosted for following. I recommend this one. Here. Just try this. This is the engineering one. This is pretty popular. You can buy replacement tips, silicone tips here as well. So it's the one I recommend people to get if they need a manual one. I do have a proper solder sucker gun, but for these small things this works fine. So this thing up. And suck out the solder. Yeah, this is an Engineer SS02 solder sucker. I think you can get them on Amazon. They're not that expensive, but it's better that, like, I think it's pretty let's say pretty popular, it does the job well. So You can see how much it sucked out, like that first time. So I have to make sure I clean this all up properly because I have a dog as well and I don't want her to get into it. So I need to just make sure I empty it all out into a bag. I had to. Okay, that's funny. I had to allow the word sucker because my mod, I have pretty high sort of filters set right now. So I added the term sucker because that's solder sucker. So yeah, just blow it all out into a Ziploc bag so that you can dispose of it properly. Remember, it contains lead, so you have to dispose of it with your local regulations. I have approved the word sucker now, so you can write sucker. So you can see this big chunk that it sucked up. Okay. So it works well. It's just not, you know, you can do, so with the solder sucker machine, you can do a whole board quite quickly, but you still have to replace the filters and the cartridges almost like after every PCB that you desolder. Because that's a lot of solder. If you think about it, that you are sucking back up. Then what I do like to do is just go over it again and just make sure that everything is taken out. So I will heat it up again. And then if it has trouble coming out, you can use the soldering iron to loosen it up until it comes out. So I just need to remove this switch here. So there we go. How are your fish and chips? Sounds nice. Are they like authentic British style fish and chips, or is there like a Malaysian version? Sorry, this fan is loud. Oh, nice. And the French fries are, yeah, the big chips, not the, yeah, like the wedge style, or the sort of thick cut. We call them, I think, thick cut potato chip or French fries. All right, let's go back to this again. I've had to do a couple retakes today, apparently I am out of practice since moving. So, all right, so this will just fit into here. This, okay. So line the bottom first and then the top. Hope like that top. I have just a concern of the top. The top switches. where this top stabs getting in the way. If it does, then I'm going to have to do this as a top mount. I think this one is going to get in the way. I think I can do it that way because of this. This I should have done as a standard, but I thought I read everyone was doing it, but apparently not. Let's see, keep trying here. Let's not give up. Bottom first. No, can't go. It has to go in from top. Alright, let's try one last stitch thing here. That is, can we file down? No, I don't think it's possible. All right, so we are just going to go top mount for this, which is fine. It has the PC plate, so I should have done this. It's my mistake. But I thought I read people were doing it fine with this top, and it was only the spacebar. Let me see. I'm gonna research it quickly. Go to the Discord. Oops, let's do that. Not that smart of a search. Discord. All right, yeah. We'll go back and do this later. We'll just go with top mount for now. It's fine. I think, like, because it's this position, it's still quite difficult to just take out the stack. Alright, I've lost. I accept defeat on that one. My own mistake. But top mount is also nice on this. This is why I'm not a professional Twitch streamer of building keyboards, because I'm still learning as well. But next time I encounter this, I'll know. So how is the weather in Malaysia these days? Today? Is it nice? Thanks, yeah. I should know better. I read, but then I think I got it. That builds require different types of different sizes. Oh no, 100-year flood. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I was watching the news. I think globally it's been sort of bad. Southeast Asia flooding, and then Germany having flooding. Japan has had a lot of flooding as well this year, landslides and everything resulting from all the rain. So it's been one bit of advice: don't tighten everything down too tightly before you have sort of started all of the other bolts. It'll give you enough play to make sure that you can fit everything in properly, and that you're not like threading against a part of the board you shouldn't be threading against. Also, you have to be careful, make sure you are sort of going straight up and down, so you're not like running the head of the bolt on the edge of the, I call it the tunnel, for where they run the bolt through. Okay, so I think that is okay. Let's clean up this stuff a bit. You designed your own stem. How did you design your own stem? Ow, I'm electrocuting myself from static shock. Wow, that's the first. Went through my headphones into my head. All right, let's put some caps on this thing. Let's see. Nice. I want to tinker more. I think if I tinker with more stuff, I'll have more hobbies, and that will maybe become another money dump, which I need to control, because it's easy to get into many different things. So we will try this with ASCII. Let's see how this looks. So should I do the Teha type snorkel technique? Okay, so initial impression just off of that, it is deep sounding, which is good. If you like a deeper sort of talky sound, it is not a marbly sound because there's no PE foam, there's no case foam. I am not a hardcore programmer, so I do not know what all of the ASCII keys are here. But interesting. It's an interesting set. Yeah, remember, so this is based on TGR 910 design, no case foam. So it is not like designed to be sort of what I call the sort of modern style, which is, what would I say? They are much more muted. So this is definitely not muted. There is plenty of flex. I mean, even now when I'm putting this in, I can see the flex because of the polycarb plate. So I don't know, like gummy worm, maybe even palm, like a palm plate would be even just fine. Yeah, I think, yeah, you should always try, like, not just say, close the door on trying things. So you should always try things, for sure. I agree with that one. No, I made a mistake. I need to put the homing rows on, homing caps on. So what other keyboards are you looking to get into? Like, that you're excited, since a year is still, I would say, a long time that you've been in this hobby. Because if you look at, like, even someone like Alex Sotos, I think he started only like a little over a year ago as well. So he just was able to present his I think present himself well, so that's how he was able to really do a good job and take off as he has. Let's see here. 7U spacebar. Yeah, look how flexy that is. Still scratchy though on this, I think, the stabs, but not bad. All right, I need to do alt. So let's see if they're using alt super 1.5 super. Let's just match up what they're using. Here, and where is that? Shift here. Back to arrow keys. caps lock. Function. See, same profile. Page down. So, page down, page up. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do streaming, just because might as well if you're building, is sort of my thoughts on it. So who knows, you can be the next big thing. Get some extra income. This is also Alt GR. Alt GR. Okay. Okay, let's see. That's all good. Yeah, I think the nice thing with the keyboard community is that, you know, every designer and their, you know, they have their own Discord, so you can join that, and most of the people are fairly nice. You have, you know, challenges once in a while, but it happens with anything growing. People have different opinions, so it's not a problem usually. And I think Geist Discord is pretty casual. Tape, just clean this up a bit. All the lovely GMK packaging, quality packaging material that disintegrates and gives you silverfish, I heard. So let's just clean this up. Carter PCS, thank you for the follow. We're just finishing up with the Haus and engineering house, and here it is. So I think I just need to do one last thing. Let's put on the escape key. So let's see. GMK. GMK. Yeah, like I think there's going to be other companies now that will give GMK a good run for the money. So competition is good. I think to have competition, and you know, like EPVT is going to they're making dual shot. Yeah. It's almost finished. Do you like this color combination? I'm just trying to get the artisan out for the escape key. It's a bit challenging. So this is the This is from KLC. Kevin Lin. I think it's a Kevin Lin collaborations. So this is what was the name? Monte Bianco Lesse. It's full silver, stainless. So from what I understand. Let's see. So just, if you want to know, this is a no one asked, but I'm going to just put it here. Just clean this bit. It's gross. Okay. Okay. So this weighs 0.07. Or let's see. Yeah. What is this? Why doesn't it go into grams? There's grams. 19 grams for this keycap. So I probably have to put a bigger spring in there if I want it. And compare that to the original. Hey, who's causing these lovely rumors to happen? This is the original OG Lessie. Come out, OG Lessie. OG Lessie weighs 3 grams. So 3 grams, 2 grams versus 17 grams. That hurts. That hurts my thumb. Alright, let's put Leslie back in. Maybe later, if I ever hit some huge streaming milestones, I'll give away some artisans. So here, look at that. Now let me turn off the music, or pause the music. Let me find my, I don't have this one hooked up. Let me find it here. Where did it go? Okay. Here are the mods. Point this down a bit more. Really interesting, the pitch shift from the edge to the center, and then even down in the bottom. This is really scratchy, like cherry stabs. I have to add some loop. Really scratchy, you can hear that probably. Yeah, all along the edge sounds really nice. Ow, 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 ow. His nose is really sharp. Ooh, that's got some tone to it in the center. Like, if you don't like that sound, then you probably want to add foam, but then like you're going to like lose some of the personality of this design, in my opinion, because you know it's based on, again, TGR. TGR did not use foam. Like, the scratching is more noticeable on the edges, of course, when you're pushing more on the stabs. Here's like normal typing. Let's see. I'm not a speedy typer, so bear with me as I get monkey type up. And excuse my Amazon Basics USB cable. I have another one. I need to make another one, but I'm just lazy. Honestly, that's my excuse. It's taking time to connect. Ugh. You hear the repeated, like, it's not in far enough. Okay. Let's see. I don't like that one. So, yeah, I mean, I should put monkey type in the center, but yeah, you can't really tell normally because this other stuff just sort of outdoes it. So we can compare it though. Let's compare. Zoom out a bit. Compare it. So, Haus top mount polycarb plate with OP black switches with Geonworks Frog TKL with FR4 plate, I believe, and Gat Ink blacks. Maybe a little reverb from the desk. So yeah, you can tell both no foam. This one's a bit louder. The spacebar. Both are 7U spacebars too, so both GMK sets. But the sides of this are much deeper than this. Yeah, I think, I don't know, I think it's hard to really say if one sounds more hollow, like, because the switches are different for sure, just overall cases. Now, this is not hollow compared to like the Lin wheel. Yeah, so this I agree. Yeah. But when you slap, I mean, they both, the space bars on both of these slap really, like, any sound test that you've heard with these, they slap hard, these space bars. So, but like, look at the, I don't know if you can see how flexy that is. Let's see if there's a way I can show you. So here's that. Switch to manual focus. It's So let's just right there, you can't see it. Now you can start seeing how much that's flexing. This one is still stiffer. It has a little flex because I put the hard tadpoles at the bottom and the soft at the top, because I was having some stab, like I feel the plate bounces up and down and is making noise with the stabs on the frog. So that's why I switched to the hard tadpoles on the bottom. But there it is. I mean, it looks nice. The gray looks nice. And it's comfortable typing. The angle is comfy. And I think the bounce of this is a stiffer bounce experience than if you use the gummy worm, because the gummy is sort of a slower, you know, think of it like, I don't know, like bouncing a ball versus bouncing a plastic tub. Like the rubber ball will bounce a lot differently. Like there's the sort of cushion and rebound, while this is just like a springboard, like just like a stiff board, just going back up. Bouncing who? I don't want to answer that. So yeah, besides my issue with putting in a screw and stab in the backspace and not doing even split backspace, and it's sort of a finished build. Let's see if I can show you from this angle. You see that flex? That's a lot of, that's flexy. So all the center, I think probably the O-ring will make it more consistent, right? I think that's the gummy worm would make it more consistent. But yeah, it's definitely what I call a more classic sounding keyboard. Anyone have anything that they want to have tested on it? Besides bouncing, I'm not going to do a drop test. That's for other people to do. I don't do raids yet. This is my first Twitch stream, so I should probably worry about getting my own stuff working properly first before I start trying to do raids and other things. But I think we can wrap it up for the day. Hopefully you can enjoy the nice weather, if you have nice weather.